Are you ready for this sickness? Let's get into it.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. I always tell the truth, even when I lie.
Oh, hi, everybody. Sick. So today we got the Truth Box 4, guys, straight up. It's live right now at comicselitecomics.com. It's all Ryan Brown, okay? It's all Ryan Brown exclusives. Super excited. You can use the code TRUTH4 all together. Look at the scroll below. TRUTH4 to get $5 off. I think they're priced at $44.99. With the $5, it's $40. You can get up to 2 boxes with all different covers. After 2, they're going to be duplicates, but you don't want to hear from me. You want to hear from the other guys. So without further ado, we've got Ryan Brown and Sean from Comics Elite. And I'm going to bring them in right now because we got a lot of questions. We'll talk about the box. We'll interview Ryan and we'll get to it, okay?
That's sick.
Okay.
Let's do it.
If you don't know Ryan, he's a pretty interesting character, and he's live from Ireland.
Orland.
Oh,
so I was making it. I was doing an introduction there. Do you see that?
that was very nice.
All you need to do to make your own introduction is a gigantic brush, and you just stick it across there. You can do a sideways introduction like this, or you could do an up and down introduction like that. See?
Such simple humor.
What do you think of that?
So effective. So effective.
Let's try.
So what's up,
Look,
guys?
it's all quiet now.
What's going on, man?
yeah.
I'm just furiously working on the website while you guys talk about cool stuff. So continue to talk about cool stuff.
Well, yeah, let's talk to Ryan, dude. How's Ireland?
It's good, yeah. Well, we're all stuck in our houses, but to be honest, when you're like an artist, it doesn't make any difference. So, like, I'm always stuck in my house. You know, it's just same old day, you know, sort of thing. But yeah, it's you know, one of those things when basically you're not allowed to leave your house. You know, that you actually want to leave your house.
Yeah,
And it's like all these people that basically were, you know, they wouldn't do any exercise. Now they're all running around the streets and stuff in all their exercising clothes, you know. And it's like you go outside for your bit of like exercise and the whole place is like swarmed with people, you know. Instead of them being in shops and everything, they're now like all on the streets and everything. So I don't know, it's bizarre.
So everybody's out in Ireland.
Yeah.
They're not staying at home.
Oh, well, they are staying at home, but you're allowed to go out for like an hour for like a bit of exercise or whatever, you know. It's a bit like prison, you know, but yeah, a bit like prison, but worse food, you know. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's like, it's all right. I find it fine, you know. I'm kind of used to the whole thing, you know. Isolation, as you see, there's like one of those little pictures where, you know, it shows you an artist and he's coming out of a cave, you know, and he's all pale white and all skinny and stuff, and says, I've just finished my latest project or whatever, you know. It's artists are used to just sitting in their houses and, you know, solitary confinement.
Well, I'm pretty amazed. I mean, it's what time is it there in Ireland right now?
10.
Solitary.
10 p.m.
Yep.
So it's 2 here at and 5 at Sean's, but we have 45 people in here right now in the middle of the day. Now, I attribute that to no one being at work, but that's pretty amazing. That people want to see you, Ryan.
Hello, 45 people.
You should show them your little statue that you're working on.
Almost.
Oh God.
It's my reference statue.
No. See,
It's, yeah.
The fear comes in. He'll show the other side when we're not live. There, oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, I use him for reference, you know, and like for lighting and stuff, you know. So, and then I draw like whatever like superhero I'm drawing at the moment. Like draw the outfit on them, you know, where all the lines go. And it means like in 3 dimensions you can sort of see how that kind of works, all the contour sort of work and everything. So
that's cool.
Yeah, little trick.
So anyway,
Go ahead.
this whole box thing, we decided to go full on Ryan Brown. Everyone loves him. His art is fire. I mean, I was just showing one of my favorite pieces, the Wonder Woman. I mean,
Oh, that one, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God, it's so gorgeous, dude.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We kind of had like we had a short time to actually do that cover. You know, I think it was we had that for New York Comic Convention, an exclusive, wasn't it, for Comics Elite?
Sorry,
What was that?
that's my.
But yeah, we had it as an exclusive. My idea was with it,
No.
the action, the pose wasn't really the dramatic part about it. The dramatic part was the lighting, you know, the light source, so that it's like the lights coming straight down, hitting her on the nose, and you see the shadow of like the doorway, you know, on the top of her head as well. So it kind of, even though you don't see the top of the doorway, it's like it's out of sight, but it gives you the impression with that shadow on the top of the head. And the innocent sort of expression is like, you know, it's kind of making, you know, the viewer look at it and try and interpret what's happening, you know. And I always like those kind of things that they're very subtle, subtle image. You know, she's opening a door, and it's, you know, there's, what does that expression mean? You know, it's not dead obvious, you know, straight away. So I think horror is better whenever it's kind of subtle, you know.
Yeah, but well, you're a master, I think, at capturing expressions and of course the shadowing. Everything about your art really pops. I mean, you know, Spider-Man's, all the Venom, everything that you got, all the exclusives you've been doing lately have been incredible. And I have to buy them. So what's so special about this box, Sean's sharing some stuff, we'll show it, is that they're going to get like all of them pretty much. If you get 2 boxes, you're going to get at least 10 different exclusive and a mini print in each box, which will be different up to 2, I think. Or
yeah. So guys, the box is going to have it's going to have 3 trade dress, 3 trade dress limited to 5,000, just like we usually do. And it's going to have 2 virgin or minimal trade dress covers limited to at least 1,500. And you're going to get a free mini print. It's going to be a free mini print. They're all virgin mini prints. They're glossy. They're awesome. So you're going to get a free one of those. So 5 comics, retail values between what was it, $86 and $115. So you're getting double retail value.
Yeah.
And if you buy 2 boxes, I guarantee you'll get completely different covers in the 2 boxes. Completely different covers. All covers will be by this madman here, Ryan Brown. Now this one here we got up here. This is the first. This is the cover here that kind of man. So a little bit inside scoop here. When let's say I want to do a cover with Marvel, they sent me a list of available artists. So you know, I went through the list and I was like, man, I got almost to the bottom of the list. Ryan was close to the bottom because it was alphabetical by first name. And I was looking at these artists and I'm just like, this person's not it. This person's not it. And I searched Ryan Brown and this cover came up. This image came up and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's 3-dimensional.
Yeah. So I asked Marvel, I was like, can I use this cover? And then they worked it all out with Ryan. And sure enough, this is the first cover that we ever did with Ryan Brown. He had to change the cover to get the tongue to fit on the cover, which he did great for us. And man, this cover blew up. People are like, you know, in the variant world, people love certain names, you know, In-Hyuk Lee, Matina, Granov, Brooks, you know, Adam Hughes, the big names. And then Ryan drops this cover and people were like, who is this guy? And he'd done lots of covers. Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong here, but he did covers for 2000 AD, some Judge Dredd covers, horror covers, spooky covers. He'd done lots of covers for a lot of European publications over there in the UK.
IDW and all that.
IDW, yeah, he did some great stuff there. And man, it was fantastic. Like, this is the first one, and it just, you know, I shared it with Unknown at the time, and it really kind of became a friendly competition from that point on to see between me and Unknown to see who would get more Ryan Brown covers. It was like a race to request him because he was, oh man, so good. So good. What's up, guys? Yeah, you guys got this covered. So since this was a shared cover, that means that Unknown only had half the run, and so did I. So this one is getting pretty thin. It's available on the website. You might get it in your box. You never know. Anyway, this is the first one you did. Ryan, you want to talk about this image here a little bit?
Oh yeah. Well, that's Venom.
I'm glad we have you up your valuable contribution.
Well, it's kind of, the thing about it is I painted this a while ago. Well, I kind of digitally painted it, and then for the cover I painted it traditionally. The idea was that the background is really flat. It looks really flat. Like, so even though it's web, it's it doesn't have any depth. It doesn't look like it's actually physically anything. So that the fact that that's flat contrasts his head, and that little dot in the center of his forehead just like makes the whole image. It pops them out. You know, if you were to take away some of the little dots, the little highlights on those, the image becomes very bland. And it's one of the tricks as well that a lot of people say about this kind of the spark of life that people add to an eyeball. You know, when they're painting something, they'll put a little dot of white just into the eye, and it makes an image, or it makes the eye look glossy, and it makes it look like three-dimensional. And it's, you know, it's an interesting thing you can do where you can take an image like that and you can put it onto Photoshop and take away those highlights. Just, you know, rub them or draw them over them, you know, on Photoshop, and you can look at that image and it will lose all its power. Wow. Because it's the contrast of those little dots that just make the big difference. And even on the tongue as well, there's that little part that's close to the teeth there that's sort of curled up. There's a highlight on top of that, and if you took that away, it just becomes bland. See all those dots,
liquidy, and it makes it wet.
And those teeth as well is exactly the same thing. It's just you need to vary textures, and you have to look at a lot of materials to be able to understand how to paint different materials. So his skin is slightly different to his tongue, which is slightly different to his teeth, and they all reflect slightly differently, you know. And even on the tongue, you can see when it's going into his mouth there, you can see the kind of, you know, that stuff that's on the top of your tongue sort of thing in the morning, you know. It's like it's all in there sort of thing. So, and little strands of, like, you know, spit and stuff all popping around. It's all a little, I always like to kind of just add detail on top of detail on top of detail, so, you know, to try and sell the image, you know.
How long would you say it took you to make this from start to finish? How long would it take you to make a cover like this?
About 3 days, probably. About 3 days.
That's crazy. Well, a day for you is how many hours in a day? I know you work like 12 hours a day. I've talked to you about this.
I don't really count the hours. I would start work at 8 in the morning and finish maybe about 10, 11 at night, depending on, you know, how much work I've got. But generally my work at the moment is, you know, I think I had a few hours off for Christmas this year, and, you know, it's generally been work, one cover after the next, and they usually take maybe about 4 or 5 days, you know, to complete, you know, from start to finish. So
let's talk about another one here real quick. Here's this is the second cover you did for Comics Elite. This was Silver Surfer Black. I remember talking about this. It's, you know, Ryan put so much thought into his covers, and I wish, you know, we're going to start doing these videos more when Ryan releases a cover, so we can talk about it. You know, most times retailers, we just put a cover image out there and just say, hey, here you go, guys, it's for sale, and you miss so much of what Ryan was thinking and the thought process. You missed some details in that cover. Ryan, I'll let you talk about this one, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, that's Silver Surfer and Galactus.
Yep. All right, great. So next one.
That's why I love Ryan, man. It's so great, man.
No, but I kind of like to always I like to make things look a wee bit menacing, you know, and kind of creepy, you know, add a bit of fear, scariness in there, you know, where like Galactus is actually, you know, kind of terrifying, you know, it's dark, his eyes are glowing, you can see in the glow his eye, the like square shaped eye, and it's kind of just it's following, you know, the Silver Surfer, you know. I always like to put things, you know, going out of the scene as well, like so the hand is not, you know, fully in, because whenever you have everything in frame, it looks like it's a posed image, you know. And if you can't, have you ever seen like the Star Trek films, the new ones, and the ships all over the place in the picture, you know, and it's because whenever you're trying to see action, anytime like the camera is trying to follow the action, it's missing some of the action out of the screen, and it's because it's saying the action's too fast for the camera to catch it all. So this is what I like to do with a lot of my covers. I like to have things fallen or out of the screen, so like the viewer is looking at that and saying, you know,
like the hand, like what else is
yeah,
going on over here?
Yeah, what's going on over here?
Like, where did he come? Where did he come from? And where's he going to?
Is that not a song? Where did he come from? Where did you go?
You know, I wish you guys could hear our conversations like in the Airbnb before or after a con, because we basically just wind up they're talking shit to each other the whole time and throwing mad insults at each other while we're drinking. And then every once in a while we'll talk about something serious, and then right in the middle of something serious, you know, I'll be like, well, if you weren't such a drunk Irishman, we could get something. So,
that's it. It's the casual racism.
Yeah. So funny. Ryan's first trip to you know, New York. We pick him up from the airport, get back to the Airbnb. The first place we went was an Irish pub.
Oh my God. I know. Holy shit. Huh?
I was like, I don't know if this is like an insult to you, or like how does real Irish feel about an American Irish pub? It'd be like me going to Ireland and taking me to McDonald's. Like, thanks, man.
That's it. But at least you bought me that really expensive beer, that Blue Moon.
Yeah.
That high quality, expensive
good
Blue
quality
Moon beer.
American beer. Right?
That's it.
Right.
A step up from Budweiser, isn't it?
Right. Motor oil. I don't even know what he drinks. I'm like, what is that? It's black. Beer's not supposed to be black.
Oh, I know. It was somebody's soul. I was like sucking people's souls out of their, you know, out of their bodies.
Yeah.
What's that image behind you, Ryan?
Oh, what's that? Well, it's actually, this is complicated because like the reverse. Well, that one there is like a zombie I painted before. Like years ago, I used to do a load of samples and things, you know. So like that was like a Frankenstein-y type zombie type thing I had painted. And the other one, that one there, is from a part of a cover for you know, the writer Jonathan Mabry. You know, he did a thing called Rot and Ruin, and it was like a IDW series stuff. I think it was a book before that, and yeah, that was for that stuff. And below me is like Judge Dredd somewhere there, but I'm covering him with Mature. Yeah. I've did so many covers, like, you know, for various companies, you know, Dark Horse, IDW, you know, 2000 AD, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff.
Yeah, he's sending me some terrifying covers, and I'm like, stop sending me that. You're literally giving me that. So I don't know if you can see this one here, Billy, this next cover.
Yeah, it's a
sorry, I'm doing something else. So, man, so one of my favorite covers of all time is Punisher War Journal. Was it 8, 9? I think it was 8. The Jim Lee cover.
6 or 7. I think it might be 6. I
Uh,
have it somewhere. Yeah, it's where Punisher and Wolverine fight for the first time.
yes, it's 6.
Of course, it's 6. Yeah.
This cover right here.
Wait, hang on.
Are you ready for this sickness?
Yeah. Well, this cover right here, I want to do an homage to this forever. And, I just told, hey, man, let's do I requested it through Marvel. Marvel sent it to Ryan, and Ryan cranks out this beautiful thing.
Yeah, he's shit all over Jim Lee, dude.
Oh, man. I was like,
Really?
crap.
That is.
I was like, look how good that is. And, I requested a card. Ryan even said, like, we're to make it seem like he's in hell, coming out of hell. And Ryan loves drawing Venom, don't you, Ryan?
Oh yeah, I love it. All those veins, absolutely love it. Yeah,
he doesn't like drawing. he just likes drawing Venom. He's all the squigglies. It's like a so painful death drawing those.
It's just. It is one of the, but it's, you know what it is? It's like you draw veins and stuff, and then it's like you draw Venom, and then it's great, and then you draw another Venom, and then that's great. But then you draw Carnage, which is Venom, only he's red, and then you're like drawing more veins and more veins and more, and it's just veins and veins and veins and veins and veins. It's like you kind of get good at drawing veins, but I don't know, probably. Here's one thing, right? I just love to complain, right? See if I won like the lottery, I'd be complaining about like, oh my God, where am I going to keep all this money? I just complain about everything. It's my form of relaxation, It's offloading problems, onto other people. So they come away feeling all like depressed, and I come away feeling all great and stuff.
That's funny. Ryan's done a lot of other covers too. So here's another one. And then as we're going on, so I requested a connecting cover, and then Ryan comes back with this ridiculously beautiful.
Oh, man, yeah.
A lot of people don't know that this connects.
Yeah.
Holy crap, man! This thing
those are shocking. When I saw them, I was just like, oh my God.
People have continuously freaked out over this cover. Amazing Spider-Man 24 is the best-selling Comics Elite cover we've ever had. Is that me or you? Who's that? So it's just fantastic. This is Kinder. Nobody really knew who this was. His first appearance was in the new series, Amazing Spider-Man 1. And he's been like lurking in the background. He's ASM 24 and 25 was like his really kind of breakout issue for the character. And I didn't understand what Ryan was working on. I just requested a cool cover, whatever Ryan wants to do. And then Marvel came back and showed me this, and I was floored. I was like, oh my God, this is so good.
You don't really see art like this. I mean, there are great artists out there, but look, when you see this, and you can't compare it to anyone else because it's above everyone else. I'm not trying to like make you feel better, Ryan, or anything like that.
That's right. Just keep going.
Yeah. Okay. You want get some lotion real quick? So, but these are so clean and so fire that it just crushes everything. It crushes. And when I saw these, I'm like, God damn, that is just. Where can I send it? They should charge more. It's got.
Yeah. Well, a couple of questions here. You're absolutely right, Joel, from Gone with the Twins. All the V Wars covers. Yeah, Ryan did a bunch of V Wars covers.
Yep.
We were at New York Comic Con. Happened to randomly stop at a booth and looked into the V section. The guy had a couple of Ryan's covers.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, there's Ryan's covers. And then I was in a big rush, so I couldn't buy them. But anyway,
they were my very first covers. They were my very, very first covers, and I had and to be honest, they were actually my very first illustrations. See, before that, I was only coloring comics, and I hadn't actually drawn like an image or anything at all
Oh, you were
before
colored
that
first? I didn't
for
know that.
years. Yeah, for years and years. So that the first V Wars cover that I actually did was my very first illustration in maybe about 8 or 9 years, and it was terrifying,
Oh,
absolutely
wow.
terrifying, because like I took that job, and I didn't know whether I was going to be able to actually do it, but I couldn't give up the opportunity to actually do my own cover. And it was, luckily enough, IDW had faith in me. The editors had faith in me that I could do the cover, even though they hadn't actually seen any of my artwork. They had just
Wow.
seen me like coloring other people's covers and stuff, And yeah, so like it was crazy. But I think we did maybe about 13 covers for the V War stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
That's
a
cool.
real learning curve, really crazy.
So there's a challenge to collect all those covers there, guys. Find those old V-War covers. This one also blew me away. This was truly a credit to Ryan's. We talked about this a little bit already.
Yeah.
Truly a credit to his New York Comic Con is coming up. And Ryan is like, I'm so busy. I have no time for anything. And I was like, bro, I got a request. We need a New York Comic Con cover. And I put the request in through DC. And then I think his wife maybe still hates me for this, but he found some time and shit this cover out of nowhere. And this was our second best-selling cover we've ever had. Ryan has the top 2 places of our top-selling covers ever. This blew everyone away. And I tell you something, the comments on these posts was everybody trying to guess who was the cover reference for this. There were so many there were probably 60 different names on the different posts from Instagram and Facebook of people saying, oh, it looks just like this person, looks just like this person. And it looks like a lot of people, but it doesn't look like any of them. Like, it's amazing how you pull this, how you can put together a face of somebody and have it look like everybody, but then it doesn't really look like anybody. It's truly your own creation. I think it's fantastic. The armor chinks are great. It was funny. Ryan told me afterwards, Ryan, don't be mad at me. I'm going to spoil this for you, but a little of the damage from the armor. It was so funny. DC made him change it because one of the damage from the armor looked like a nipple.
Oh, yes.
Didn't they make you move one of those, like where it was faded?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it looks like a nipple. You have to move it. It's so funny, the little details that people care about.
I know.
This cover and again, Ryan loves to add depth. You got the hand in the foreground. She's like coming out of a doorway. And then even better was that's what the back cover looks like.
I'm torn between these. As much as I love the eyes and everything, I'm torn between the original, the cover A, because it's so clean. That's awesome, and I love it. I have like at least 9 copies of all of them because I couldn't. But I love the eyes and the paleness, but it's something about the original cover that's like an innocence and like how I would want Wonder Woman to actually look like, minus the like. I don't know. Their whole transformation's incredible. They're all fire.
Thank you. If you look at this one here, I made all the cuts quite subtle, but if you look on her hand, she's got a massive gash on her finger. Like here.
Look at that.
It's like a real deep gash in there. Everything's all very subtle, so her is covering most of one of the eyes, but you can see all the scarring, that's going underneath. And I was trying to do it very, very subtle, as if she had scratched at herself a bit. And if you look at the way people, like a nail would cut into the skin, it bleeds a wee bit, but not too much. And again, the kind of confused expression, is in, you can make her evil looking, but I think it's always the anticipation that's more terrifying than, the jump. you know, people always say anticipation's the most effective or the most kind of powerful thing, you know. So it's like what is going to happen instead of what has happened, you know. Do you know what I mean? Because
Look at how
sometimes this,
oh my god, even like the freckling and the I don't know if that
yeah,
uh
The
it's
little details, like her mouth is slightly open in this one,
yeah, there's definitely yeah.
and then in the other one, like it's not. You
yeah.
know,
Well, that's almost an innocent, seductive look right there.
this
And
one, yeah, this one looks like
it's,
you know.
God,
Oh man,
I'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah. The difference, even the subtle differences in the hair. Pardon me for my terrible computer skill usage here, but the differences in the hair, you know, like
Right.
it's just it's ridiculous how the little differences go from like, man, I want to date that chick to, oh my god, what happened? Oh man, she's really pretty. I wonder what her phone number is. Ah, get away!
Well, also, what happened? But I still want her phone number.
Yeah, like kind of hot. Like, how dead are you? Like,
How much time do I have?
are you really that dead? Like, are you easier now that you're dead? Like, what's up? So yeah, like you still want to give a sup girl to the corpse. Like that's how you know, and I never forget like there's two words I always try to use when you're talking about a horror cover. And it's so hard for an artist to do, but Ryan just nailed it. Beautiful but terrifying. And this is truly a combination of beautiful and terrifying. If an artist can do those, it's such a rare talent. Usually you're either one or the other. You're a pinup artist and you can draw the pretty girls, or you're like a horror artist and I ask you to draw a girl and I get someone that looks like Billy and I'm like, this isn't a girl, this is Billy. Like so sorry.
I'll show you Ryan how easy this is, Ryan. So
what's that?
I don't know. That's how easy.
And then
Where'd he go?
so he goes from this to what was next? Here, Ryan, let's give you a chance to talk about this one here.
We got 73 people in here, guys.
Nice. What's up?
You guys, these 24-hour boxes, we're going to show you the GPs too in a little bit. But right now, whoever's joined in, we're interviewing Ryan and talking about some of his covers. Most of these covers are going to be in the boxes as well. So you're going to get if you get two, you're going to get
completely different covers. Completely different covers.
And they're all fire.
And you'll get two different mini prints. So you're getting 10, 12 different images. 12 different images from Ryan.
And this is the first time we've done it. An actual artist truth box, like 100%.
Joe Perez release date is right now.
Yeah, you can use code TRUTH4 at checkout.
Eddie's mother said one's with beer goggles, the other's the morning after. Covers of the year, yeah, man. So that Wonder Woman cover was actually one of the top 50 covers of the year from CBSI.
It was my favorite, probably, of like.
Yeah, that was one of the hottest covers of the year. Lewis Livis, what's up? Yeah, man. You met him at New York. Nice, Lewis. Nice to see you, man. Secret variants? No. Ryan's never done a nude cover, I don't believe. Have you, Ryan? Never? No.
Well, I have. But
well, not that picture you drew of me.
Oh! I thought you meant have you drawn in the nude? Have I drawn? Did it cover nude? You know, so I was gonna say yes, I do it all the time. You know, it's like that's my favorite way of like working. You know,
no one's ever gonna buy your covers again because they imagine you're trying to make it. So this is Ryan's first published Batman cover.
I remember releasing that talking about on the channel.
Yeah.
First Batman cover. And it's
Ryan, what were you going for in this beauty, man? Talk about it, brother.
Zoom closer to her face. I want to see her expression.
You don't tell me what to do.
Come on, baby.
We're trying to do gargoyles. I was going to do gargoyle stuff, but weren't really sort of going for gargoyles at the time. So we kind of took the gargoyles away, but it was kind of the idea, just sort of like them sitting on a rooftop, you know, and in reality it's like slanted, but it should really be like this, but I slanted the whole image, you know. So really they are both like sitting off at an angle because that rooftop is kind of like this, you know. And it was just the rain, and they're all sort of sitting there and relaxing as you do up on a rooftop somewhere. Yeah, I've got so many ideas of Batman covers and stuff. I just haven't really got around to doing more of them.
Yeah, it's
Well, except for the one we've did.
I love the I love you went with the old school the Catwoman costume. I love how Batman's like shielding her from the rain.
Oh yeah.
I love, a lot of people kind of miss that. Like Batman, and man, I love how you made Batman buff. I mean, Batman would be a buff dude if you think about it. He would be like a bodybuilder. If he was really as badass as he is, he would have a bodybuilder type physique. He's probably taking HGH and some steroids to stay nice and buff. That's how he would look. And Catwoman would probably look like this. I mean, they're on a rooftop protecting her from the rain. I love how her legs are crossed in a very, you know, sultry, sensual pose.
Basic Instinct.
Spotlight is right on her. Highlighting her. You know, it's not about Batman's cape is very subtle. You can see like the wind is blowing. Like another thing people kind of miss, like look at the rain, it's coming in sideways hard, right? That's a hard rain, man. And look at his cape is blowing in the wind. Imagine how much strength it's taken for Batman not to be blown away just by his cape.
Yeah. I kind of like the idea of him being massive, you know, really like gigantically massive. And I was originally going to do him even darker into the background, you know, so that only really he's picked out from that silhouette light, and his eyes maybe, you know, but real subtle. But unfortunately, sometimes with the print processes, everything gets printed a lot darker.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't see all the details and stuff, but you know, yeah.
I mean, the details, like how do you even get stubble that finite on a cover, and her eyelashes, like how do you even draw that? I can't imagine the amount of attention to detail it takes.
Yeah, a load of days of work.
just that face. It would take me a lifetime of work to be able to just draw that face. That's insane, man. That's stupid good. So first Batman cover ever. By the way, those of you joining us, stick around, and we're going to be revealing a cover never before shown by Ryan Brown before, guys. It's not even available for sale yet because of the shutdown from Diamond and DC Comics. It's not available for sale. We're going to give you a special preview of this cover, and it's not available for sale. It won't be in the box. You can't buy it now on the website. It will not be available for a week, 2 weeks, a month, who knows? But we're going to tease you anyway and show you what it is. Ryan, this is going to show just how sick your mind really is. This thing.
Oh, yes.
So, guys, this will not be in the box. If you want to buy this cover, please go to the website and buy it now because
they can use the Econ code.
It's not even released yet. You can use the Econ 5 code. It'll give you 5% off. Oh my God.
I love it.
What is wrong with you? The detail on this cover is ridiculous, guys. Ryan, I'm gonna let you talk about it. I'm
gonna zoom right on the cover.
Go for it, Ryan. Talk about
it's just like see the idea. I don't know whether everybody picked up from the idea, you know, that I was going for on this. But the idea was the Joker has went to the Gotham City funeral home, and what he's done is he's dug up a load of dead bodies, and he's brought them into the funeral home, and he's painted them up like the Bat family, you know. So basically, you know, you can see that like they've got stuff painted on them, you know, they've got like the Bat symbols painted over like the clothes they were buried in. So like Batman there, he's got like an old suit that's like all kind of, you can see it's been like the moths and everything else, all the insects have been eaten away at his clothes. and like Batgirl and stuff. Like you could see like the collar and of her dress and the cuffs of her dress, and Robin and stuff. That's like a suit, but the Joker's used the like red and the yellow paint to paint on like the Robin suit on him, and he's put those little like head things on and stuff. And there's the Red Hood guy in the corner there. He's like peeking in, and he's literally just got a red bag shoved over his head.
Literally a
with
red
like
hood. He's literally just wearing a red hood.
Yeah,
It's almost like the Joker throwing an insult at the Red Hood, saying, "You're literally just a Red Hood." Like,
yeah,
oh my God.
that's it. Yeah, and you've got like Batwoman at the bottom, right at the bottom there. And she's just literally just a dead body, all mummified looking, and with like the paint painted over her like kind of dress that's almost fallen apart. All the lacy dress that's all just kind of crumbling through the years, and his paint's there and stuff. And there's the shovel that he used to dig the bodies up, and then he's got a book there. It basically says, how do you exhume your first body? So it's like he was learning on the job. How do you dig up dead bodies and stuff? So, but
and then the Virgin variant, you put you can really see on the Virgin variant so much more detail. Gotham Funeral Home, you painted the smiles on them on the Virgin variant.
Yeah.
Look at that. Like
painted the dots of like white onto their eyes, literally just paint over their eyeballs. It's like just white, creepy sort of thing.
The bat symbol in the background, Ryan, this is brilliant. People missed it. Yeah. The light is making the bat symbol from their heads. Look at that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it also, the idea was as well that it kind of gives you the impression that the Joker is actually looking at Batman, who's just came through the door.
Oh,
and that's the shadow of his head there. And that's why the dead body there is also looking at Batman, almost shocked looking, even though he's dead. So it was get the impression of Batman is coming through the door and the Joker's going, how do you like the family sort of thing,
Happy family. A lot of people miss the family here. Happy family on his leg. Yeah, lots of people are saying this reminds them of Beetlejuice. Did you?
No, I never. No.
Never even thought of it at all, huh?
No, never did. And weirdly enough, the kind of clothes sort of and the hair is slightly similar to Beetlejuice. Yeah, but the weird thing is, I haven't seen that film in years, and it genuinely wasn't even a plan at all. It was just kind of just an accident, really, So
that's funny. I mean, it's God, it's so I can't imagine how much time it took you. You had to draw those suits on them, and then you had to draw the paint over the suit, and you made it look like he perfectly painted over the suit. The paint's not perfect.
That's right. Yeah.
If you were painting over, there's lines in there like where he would miss it. Yeah. Same here. There's lines where he would miss it if you painted over it. Mm-hmm. I don't understand how you can do this.
And where the collar, if you look at where the collars of the suit is, he's not going to be able to get in those cracks. So that's why like those parts are actually they're not painted, because he would have painted like that and it would have missed those spots. So it's kind of, you have to do everything to make things believable. It's, in the hands and stuff, you have to kind of make things look mummified, in the faces.
On the border cover approval type of thing. Like,
oh, well, I was surprised they let the kid go through. Robin, I thought for sure, well, I mean, it hasn't been printed yet. That's why this will not be in the box, guys, just to be clear. This will not be in the box because this cover isn't even released yet. This was stuck up in the delay from Diamond / DC Comics of getting published. So if you want this cover, you need to go buy it. And our wholesaler partners also have a lot of these covers. So I don't have a lot of these left. I know Comics invested into this one as well. So there's not a lot of these left, guys. This is probably going to be a sellout. It really is. So Ryan, again.
Oh, and you can see the coffin in the background as well. See if you look, it's very, very subtle, but over that side, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at that. One of the
That's
coffins
like,
we dug them up out of.
but it's the idea is like you can make everything really obvious, or I like to leave things so there you sometimes wouldn't recognize them. You wouldn't notice what they are. You have to literally look around things and kind of like a Where's Wally of like coffins and things.
Yeah, I've noticed that. You do that a lot. You add little secrets, make it.
Yeah. Because you don't need to make everything so obvious.
Yeah.
You know, it means people go back to the image and look at it again. And if you look at the wallpaper, he's it's like J's on it, Joker sort of things, and it's painted, with like crude sort of paint, again, like so.
So let's show this. This is not all right, guys. We're gonna reveal a cover that's never been shown before. This is a piece of Ryan Brown art that's never been shown before.
Oh my God.
Eric Davis.
I just can't wait. I can't wait myself.
That's funny. Lee Rogers said, necrophilia, have a cold one. Comic art is brilliant. I don't know if you can see the comments or not, but people, of course, are telling you that you're great. Adrian Lopez, I some laying on the floor of the feet, Joker like a body. Yeah, this is the body is Batwoman. He painted Batwoman on the cover there. So you got Batgirl, Batman, Red Hood, Robin. You got a kid to make it Robin. That is just totally sick. Like not Billy sick, like it's cool, like sick as in sick and twisted.
Are you ready for this sickness?
Go. And then the Batwoman at the bottom. Okay, no, these sets aren't numbered, guys. DC and Marvel covers, these aren't numbered. This is limited to 3,000 of the trade dress and 1,000 of the Virgin cover. So you can pretty much trust any Marvel or DC cover. The trade dress is always going to be 3,000. And the trade dress will almost always be 1,000 unless it's a minimal trade dress. Then it'll be 1,500. Those are almost always the de facto numbers for a cover. If a retailer is claiming they limited the cover to less, I would demand a COA, certificate of authenticity, to make sure that it verifies the print run. But it's kind of standard in the industry: 3,000, 1,500 minimal trade dress. Virgin is 1,000. Okay, so let's show this cover. Again, this is not final trade dress. This is just a mock-up. But here's the image from Ryan.
Oh my God!
First time ever shown. It's not Deceased 1. It's going to be Deceased Unkillables number 3.
It's so incredible, dude.
So it's not Deceased 1, but this cover is being called The Breakup.
Oh yeah.
With Punchline coming into it, Harley clearly is infected. Ryan, oh my God,
the eyes are freaky, man.
When they first get infected, they scratch themselves. If you guys are reading Unkillables or Deceased, you know what happens as soon as the anti-life equation infects them. They scratch at themselves to try to get it out of themselves. I love how you got the scratches on her. It looks so realistic, and her nails are long and crazy. And Joker has that oh shit look on his face, like I am totally fucked. Like
it's just right. You're able to capture anatomy so well. A lot of people have a lot of. It's like one of the hardest things there is in art, I think, is being able to perfect the anatomy type of issue, and you're nailing it every time.
He asked me for a lot of nude pictures for anatomy reference.
That's it.
You got to
tell anybody about that. That was our secret.
How many times
I'm sorry.
But yeah, and of course, you've got the death aspect with the coloring and the shadowing and the expressions. It's too much for someone to handle. Visually, compared to other people's art, this stuff is on another level. I mean, there are people at this level, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love Martin Lomas. It looks like her nails pressing into the flesh. Interesting that you notice that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Interesting you notice that. Let's
She's got her arm wrapped around him too that you don't see, right? Because her other nails
coming in the other side. You know, it's like
yeah, look at that. So like Brian said, he likes to draw what's happening off the cover. Well, look, there's 2 nails on this side.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly her arm is wrapped around his head. Wow. And then, guys, here's the virgin variant. You notice his nail pressing into his flesh. What would happen if she broke his flesh? He would be instantly infected with the anti-life equation, right? Well, that's what happens. There you go.
Oh, my God, dude. That one's even crazier.
He is in.
I want to see the eyes. Show me the eye. The eye.
Infected.
He did the little white dot, like you're saying, creating the life of the eye and the glossy reflection, and it's just so realistic. My God.
Infected. So let me go back. Let me close the other windows out here real quick and go back and forth. Here's your main cover, right? This is the main cover, trade dress. Notice his eye. He got the little dot of life in it. Like you said, the reflection. He's looking right at her. I love his crazy Joker eyes. Obviously, he's wearing some kind of weird, crazy contact, but he's clearly insane. Look how his eyes are all insane. They're all freaking, black around. This is what the Joker would probably look like in real life. If the Joker was really some insane dude, he'd probably be some whacked out meth head that never slept. Like, he would look nuts.
I don't know if he looks messy, but he definitely has.
The thing about it is he doesn't take his contact lenses out, so his eyes are all infected underneath the contact lens. That's why it's all like bloodshot underneath. Man, that kind of circly kind of thing. And you have to show kind of flesh, so when you look at the flesh, you can see the indentation on here. You kind of, and then the next one, you see the eyeball filling up. It's starting to fill with blood, and there's like little trickles of blood coming out of his nose. It's like, something popped in his sinuses, and the blood's starting to trickle out. The other thing was that, like, her skin, you have to kind of, when you get a cut, like a deep cut, the skin parts and then the fat parts, and it becomes very juicy, kind of like stretches out slightly, So I had to kind of make those very believable. You can put a red line and a bit of light in there, but it doesn't do it justice. And if you're going to have a close up of a cover of a face or something, you have to have every little element there kind of, working, and people are looking at those cuts and stuff and looking at the eyes mostly and the teeth and stuff, those kind of, those spots,
I don't know how you can draw that. Like, how do you?
That's the thing, Sean. We're not. We have no. It's like it's painful for us because we want to be able to do something like this. At least I do. And I can't.
I've given up on drawing a long time ago.
Do you know what all it is just, it's just lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of practice. And what happens is, you get one bit right at some point, and then you'll keep repeating that, like, oh, I can draw eyes or something, and then you can draw another image with eyes, but then you get this wrong, and then you have to analyze what you're doing all the time and kind of say, what worked and what didn't work. And the problem is sometimes when you're just drawing for the sake of drawing and not analyzing what you're doing, then, progression can be very slow. You have to analyze stuff, so you have to know when you're doing well and when you're doing bad. And the other thing you should do is, while you're sketching, you should date everything that you sketch and keep everything, even if it's utter shit. You need to keep it, because you need to look back at your progress, because that will give you a lot of encouragement. You'll look at that and say, shit, I actually am getting better, and because your skill grows like a tree. It grows very, very slowly, and you won't see it. You won't see it grow. But if you can look back on all your older sketches, then you will see it grow, and see if you look at things here.
I love
there's this.
her lips and I love his eyebrows. Like it's just the detail. Her lip
Yeah.
and his eyebrows. It's just all the extra. I mean, besides everything else
Yeah.
that's going on, it just keeps going. There's so much
Yeah.
to it.
The other thing that you do as well is everything tells you in that image. When you start putting things down, it tells you what you need for that image. The Joker's skin is painted white, so you need his teeth to contrast the skin. So that's why you do his teeth like yellowish, so that then will contrast, because if you had his teeth bright white, then they would just blend in with his skin. Okay, so the other thing is if you had the eye of the Joker white, then it would blend in with the skin, so you need it for things to contrast, And the other thing is, see the way you can see a couple of dots inside her wound, on her cheek?
Yes.
You can see, yeah, those white dots. See, if you had lots of white dots everywhere, that they would be destroyed.
Yeah,
they wouldn't stand out. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's the fact that they're on their own that makes that stand out. So there's no white around them and there's no dots around them of white, so therefore it stands. It kind of gets your attention. The other thing is her eye doesn't need to be like glowing white either. It can be in the shadow, in the dark, because where an eye is, so you'll search that out, and even though there's only a very subtle reflection coming from it, doesn't matter. You don't need it to be so obvious.
Plus, you're trying to, and I don't know if this is true, but you're trying to almost move the focus to the Joker's eye, not hers, right?
Yeah. Because if everything, you're trying to tell one story.
Yeah.
And if everything's fighting for your attention, then nothing works. Unless you want it to be chaos. And if you look at the other Joker cover I did with them all sitting on the seat,
Mm-hmm.
that's supposed to look like chaos.
Yeah.
Like there's so much going on in it that you have to look around constantly. Like there's so many details. It's not one of those things that gives like a solid focal point sort of thing, except for maybe the Joker's face. It's bright white and everything else is slightly dull around it.
But it's like a starting point. The face is like a starting point and spreading out. Just the same way as the other one that you did. Everything's pointing to the Joker's eye, her hands, her eyes, everything. And you start there with being amazed, and then you can go out and see all the extra details. So that's kind of that was your actual idea of kind of out of focus and then in and out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, at least I know what I'm talking about, I guess.
Yeah, because we're looking at images and there's a language to images. There's a language to it, and a photographer will take a photograph, looking at it and say that's a powerful image that works, because say there's a lot of dark around the edges of it, which brings your focus into the center. So you have to kind of tell people where to look, and then after that, you can let them just free. It's like, look here, you can see the eyeball is like, see when you look at that as a small image, you look at that eyeball immediately. Yeah. And the eyeball is looking at her. So that means you look at that eyeball and the eyeball now tells you to look at her.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. It's like unconscious, you're subtly guiding them at how to look at the art. And even if they don't know how, the way you've drawn it is making you look at it that way. And
I'll tell you, another thing, right? See, angles. Angles show movement, because a lot of times in nature, when you see an angle, it's something like a tree falling, or it's a person running. When somebody runs, they're at an angle. They're not standing straight like this. So angles show more movement than a straight up and down. Yeah. So when you create an angle,
the angle on the Spider-Man cover here, you're almost looking up at him. He's almost looking down at you. I like that.
That Spider-Man though one, you're instantly drawn to the eye, and then you're working your way out. In regard to the what's his name, the villain,
the Kindred,
you're drawn to the darkness, and then pulling out. And then
if you look at the Kindred one, that triangle in the center, you kind of look at that straight away, because you always are drawn towards the highest contrast, and the highest contrast is the darkest beside the lightest. So what you do is put the darkest beside the lightest, and it creates powerful contrast. And at that point, you focus straight into that point, and then you see his eyes. You know, so the idea is you see it as not a human being, because you're not focusing immediately on his eyes. It's like you're focusing in on something, and then you go, oh shit, that's a person. Yeah. So in the other time, when you're looking at Spider-Man, you focus immediately at his eye. Yeah. You know, because you can see, because it stands out, even when you shrink that away down to a small image, you look, and that eye stands out because there's no other dots of white around that image. The eyeball stands out. It's so like you look at Spider-Man, the eye. Yeah, and you look at Spider-Man, and Spider-Man, it's like the humanity of it. It's, I am a human being.
Can you know on the eye of the character?
The what?
I'm having him zoom in on the eye. Yeah, like there's like that fear of death in his eye. Yeah. And then he goes outward. His head's all sideways in there.
Like, you know, I don't know how, but he made this he created a feeling of terror. Yeah. Just from an eyeball. You can't see his face. You can't see his mouth. Just his eyeball creates a feeling of terror. It's crazy to me. You know,
it's always just, you know, if you look at an eye, when somebody's afraid, you know, they need to get as much light into their eye as possible to see everything. You know, the adrenaline's pumping and their eye opens wide, and you get all the white around the pupil, you know. So whenever you do that, you'll fear, you know, the eye, you can see the white around the eye. So when you look at that Spider-Man, you can see all that white around that eye.
Plus you know, the drastic amount of light that's shooting in from that like spotlight or shooting out. However you want to look at it, that really causes creates a emotion. Just the amount of white, bright white you've put on it, of the light going directly into his eye, really creates that. I mean, dude, you're amazing, dude. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing, and you're a master at it. And the fact that I know a lot of artists, you know, they all start somewhere, drawing backgrounds, being colorists. The fact that, you know, it's like you've been hidden away too long. Once I see this, Jesus,
it feels like that
too long, because everyone wants art like this.
So this makes me nervous sometimes. If I see an image and I see 30% of the cover taken up by a giant hammer, sometimes I get scared. Like I thought we were going to do Thor. I see a picture of a hammer, and then when you look at the depth he created and the lightning coming from his eyes and the facial expression and the atmosphere, once you really absorb it in, you're just like, oh my God, that is brilliant.
The central part of this picture is the hand, right, Ryan? Like, you want him to see the hand first and then kind of go into it. Yeah. But that's like the force in your face. Look here first. And then.
Because if you look in the background, you can see little misted out parts. Okay. There's actually people behind him. And my idea, I was actually going to do more of these. Right? And they were like the start of other characters. You know, you can see that bit there. Yeah. That's another person and another person on the other side. And it's supposed to be, do you ever see like the film The Fog? Yeah. You know, the John Carpenter film? It was supposed to be like that. You know, really all misted out. That's why his hand's so dark looking in the foreground. and then the rest of them slightly blurred out because he's in the fog. He's in, and that kind of lightning has like lit up, all the kind of the atmosphere around him and stuff. It's the expression as well. Kind of, he's just got his mouth open and it's all kind of very creepy, and it's his lower jaw, like sort of almost Frankenstein type thing, with like another like mummified face.
And
I've looked at a lot.
He still has some whiskers on him. The detail's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The
runes.
Yep, the runes. The runes on the hammer. This detail people wouldn't put in there. Zooming in on your covers just reveals more detail. This off to the side creates the motion that he's actually like swinging the hammer, not just showing it to you. He's got like some kind of a piece out of his arm. Did it fall off? Is that where he was bitten? Who knows? It's nuts. His legs are, you can tell he's been in battle because he's all torn up and beat up. His hand looks like it's almost limp, but it's in stark contrast to the power he's showing in this hand. It's just, the detail is ridiculous on these covers.
You're supposed to do him like, make him in a very uncomfortable, clunky pose.
Yeah, he's in
Sure. And that pose really wouldn't work in real life. It wouldn't work because his back shoulder is past his back leg. But I moved his arm in front of his back leg. You need to see his hand.
You're right. He would be, in order to have his shoulder that far forward, that would be back. He'd have to have his torso twisted more.
Yeah. And you need to see the contorted he's contorted slightly, it's all tense and uncomfortable and kind of, it's almost like he doesn't completely have control of his body yet. He's trying, but he's kind of not fully in charge.
Yeah, it's definitely, like he's trying, but it's very difficult. I totally get that.
Wow.
But he knows the hammer, and that's why he's kind of, there's something in his brain. He's, he knows this is important, and that's why he's pushing it towards you almost. It's like,
you can see the strength. You can see the strength in the arm and the hand, but everything else is weak.
Yeah, but the internet is a wonderful and terrible place at the same time. So a lot of people commented on this and said, how is he still worthy to hold Mjolnir if he's a zombie? And what I think is, that's a great question. Like, maybe he's the worthiest of all the zombies. Maybe he's a good zombie. I don't know. Maybe he's fighting his nature. Maybe he's about to smash another zombie. Who knows? Like, he has to be worthy to hold the hammer because, you still got the ruins on there that's probably the incantation or the spell or whatever that makes Mjolnir only be wielded by he who's worthy to be Thor. So, that adds a whole other element. It's like, man, what's the story behind this cover? Like,
totally.
Maybe
that's the whole thing, isn't it?
Last of his power, and this is the last swing.
Maybe it's really Billy.
Maybe
who's worthy.
Maybe I'm gonna get in a car and drive to Indiana.
That's a really good time.
I was trying my sword.
So guys, Ryan, I don't know if you can see all the comments, man, but people are just saying like they love the details, they love your art, they love your stuff.
Thank you,
guys. This cover is not the Deceased is not going to be available until I know when it's going to ship. So that will be available on the website. Billy will have a code for it. It'll be released through Economics and Comics and through Comics Elite. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter on the website. Go to comicselitecomics.com. As soon as the pop-up shows up there, enter your website in there, and you'll get all the good scoop on Ryan's covers.
So, do you want to show the prize? We got so in depth. Do you want to show the prizes for the?
Oh yeah, let's do that. So,
as
usual, guys, we're giving away 5 prizes. Now this is going to be however many are sold, right? So, if we sell, you guys always ask for a count. Let me give you an update real quick. of how many. Give me a second here. It wants an update on how many covers we've sold or how many boxes we've sold. So if we sell 5, you're guaranteed to get a prize, right?
Here comes the ADHD.
So we have
Thank you, Comic Spectre.
Comic Spectre. Nice, man. That's great. I didn't even know you could do that.
Oh, he ordered 6 boxes, by the way. He messaged me.
Comic Spectre, killing it, crushing it. I'm gonna hook you up.
He showed me the picture.
I could do him a psychic painting if he wants. If he just hold a page up to the monitor, right? Just hold a page up to the monitor, and I'll do you a psychic painting. Okay. Hold on. Just a wee bit closer. A wee bit closer.
There
closer.
There it is.
There you go.
You know, my stepson, he's got ADHD. He's older now, but when he goes to bed, he's 17 years old. But when he goes to bed, he rolls. He does this because he just has so much air. Do you roll still, Ryan?
First off, you're assuming he sleeps. He's too busy.
That's right. I wish I slept.
He's Irish. He's an Irish artist. He does 2 things: he drinks and he draws. That's all he does.
That's it. Yep.
He's the ultimate drink and draw. Okay, so as 5th place, you're gonna get one of Ryan's favorite cards, probably his only Carnage cover he'll ever do.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
It's a 9.8 signed Black Panther 14. This is Ryan Brown, signed by Ryan Brown. He did this cover for Black Panther, number whatever it is, number 14. There you go. Ryan Brown did that. So that'll be 5th place, guys. 5th place is going to get this. Okay. Ryan, make my screen or make my screen bigger, Billy, so everybody can see it more gooder. There. No, that's crazy. I don't want to see your face that
big. Here I can be.
I have to take us out though. So
that's all right. That's cool. Then.
I'll take it. You show the prize.
There's 5th place. Okay. 4th place. Oh, Ryan went away. You're gonna get the first cover he ever did, 9.8, signed by Ryan Brown, the Venom cover. There's Symbiote Spider-Man, 4th place. 4th place. There you go, signed by Ryan Brown. Ryan remembers signing this specific cover. He said this was his favorite one he ever signed. He's like, oh man, this is my favorite one I've ever signed. He signed hundreds of books for us. You know, actually, that's not too true. Ryan Brown signed and graded books are actually pretty hard to come by.
Well, yeah, he lives out of the country. He lives in Ireland.
Well, yeah, he's only been to 2 cons in the States since he's done these covers. We're talking about Ryan now, and he can't reply. Oh, there he is. Hey, look, it's Ryan. Ryan, you shaved your head and you worked out a little bit.
Thanks very much.
Here's the Wonder Woman cover everybody loves. It's a 9.6, but you know who cares? It's signed in bronze by Ryan. It's the Wonder Woman cover that everybody loves. This is gonna be 3rd place. 3rd place. I'll tell you a secret. Ryan didn't really draw this. I did. I drew this cover for Ryan.
Shut up. Shut up.
Can't draw anything. 2nd place is gonna get the very hard to get a 9.8 Symbiote or Amazing Spider-Man 24.
Yeah, there's so many damages on that like printing errors.
Actually, if you happen to get, these are in the boxes. Shh. Some boxes will get this cover. Shh. So if you get this, it's probably going to be a 9.4 copy because the entire print run was very, very, very difficult to get 9.8.
It's not that bad. It's just like a line type of thing. It still looks.
It's got a couple non-color breaking spine bends. They don't break color. If you got a press, you can probably press it out. But anyway, so this is gonna be 2nd place is gonna get that, and 1st place is gonna get the 9.8 Virgin variant.
Damn.
The Virgin variant. I think this is the only one I've ever allowed Ryan to actually look at. And it's double signed by the writer Greg Land.
Writer?
I'm sorry.
Internal artist?
I like internal artists. Duh. Greg Land is not a writer. Greg Land is a great guy. I love him to death. I'm a huge fan. Greg Land, he signed it. It's kind of hard to see. It's in dark blue right there, but it's signed. Let me try to take it out of the plastic. And I have the sun shining right through my window on my face right now too. So, Greg Land.
Just hold it back a little bit. It looks better back away. There you go.
Anyway, it's right here. Trust right there. Trust me.
I didn't even know there was a version for that.
And Ryan signed it. So double signed 9.8 Virgin variant, guys. It's the grand prize.
That's sick, dude.
My goodness.
The grand prize.
I may want that.
As of right now, we sold 81.
You better buy a box, right?
And one in every 10 is going to get a signed cover by Ryan.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a Wonder Woman, the deceased number 4 Wonder Woman cover signed. So it will be a Wonder Woman cover signed. That's what it will be. 82.
One of the best.
So 8 people are going to get a signed Wonder Woman deceased number 4 cover from Ryan Brown, and 1 out of 10, and then 5 people. There'll be 5 prizes. We have the grand prize plus 4 other prizes. So 82 boxes ordered right now divided by 5. You have a 16 and 1 chance to win one of the slabs, and you have a 1 in 8 chance, 1 in 8.2 chance of winning a signed book. And we do our giveaways live, randomized for everybody to see. There's no shenanigans or fuckery going on where if you happen to have a YouTube channel, you're going to get a grand prize. We don't do that. It's completely above board. Again, if you're buying mystery boxes from other people, demand they do the same thing. We want to know how you do your giveaways. Exactly, Ryan. You tell them. How do you do your giveaways? How do I know you're not just giving it to some YouTube guy that's going to do an unboxing and give you lots of good publicity? Don't believe that fuckingness going on. Believe the truthness, which is with me and Billy, and then Ryan, who's right.
So let me ask you this. We usually go because it's a 24-hour sale, guys. Okay, so you have till 2 to 3 tomorrow. Usually go live on Thursday.
Oh, right. You're supposed to hold on.
Start.
Oh, you want to be connected. So we're going to go probably live on Thursday to show the prizes. It's not working.
I can't get it right.
Holy shit. Right, hold on.
Yeah.
That was...
We're adults, by the way. There we go.
That's quite realistic.
Now I want to get Billy. Poke Billy.
I don't know how to. Wait.
Oh, that got me.
We're so bored right now. Hold on.
That got me.
Hurry. Wait. It's backwards, dude.
Stop poking me.
No.
Poking Ryan's funner.
Enough blocking.
We're fucking idiots. I'm surprised we have any watchers right now. Watching us be totally stupid.
So we'll go live and do the prizes. Ryan, I don't know if you're able to join us or not on Thursday, but you're more than welcome. We usually
I'll try and be here, yeah.
Yeah, we'll send you a message, but like we give it 24 hours to sell out the spot, or it's not a sellout. It's as many as you guys can get, and then it's over.
24 hours, that's it.
Yeah. And then Thursday we'll come back live sometime and do the giveaways with you guys, and maybe Ryan will be with us. Look, I gotta be honest, this was an incredible show. I was so happy, like looking inside Ryan's mind.
Oh, scary place. It's terrifying.
Oh, he's great, man. I love hearing stories from artists of what they're trying to do, and what he's trying to do, he's actually doing. Because if someone like me can see what his point was, I guess I'm kind of good at it now, but see what his point is of what he was trying to capture and what he was trying to do visually for people looking at it. It's working. Everything he's doing is working. And
The thing about it is, it's very hard, but as well, but art and stuff, like I would look at, because I spend 4 days like doing a paint or whatever, I can see all the faults in it.
Yeah.
I can. So whenever I look at stuff, I see the faults, but other people won't see them because they're only looking at the thing for half a minute or whatever. And, but I've every single dot, every line or whatever, and I know where I went wrong a lot of the time. And it's one of those things where you're trying to make yourself better each time. You're constantly striving for something that you never get to, but it's one of those things you have to just sort of put it to the back of your head and move on, move to the next one, sort of thing.
Well, I mean, there's so many of the covers you've done that we only showed not even a fourth, an eighth of the covers Ryan's done. Like, small example here, Billy, you want to share the screen if you want. This is here's something super collectible. This is a cover for an omnibus that Ryan did. Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that not an omnibus cover?
Oh yeah. Yep. Volume 3. God, what was it for?
It was probably a Conan.
Savage Sword of
Conan.
Yeah. Volume 3, as far as I know.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. That's good, Billy.
So good.
So good. But there's so many of the covers Ryan's done, guys. But here's what's cool about it is he's not done so many covers that it's impossible to collect what he's done.
Well, that's the good thing about this box, dude. If you get 2, you're going to get 10 of them already.
Yeah.
A mix of trade and virgin, plus a lot of people. Oh my God, dude. Mother Goose said he got 10 boxes.
Whoa, congratulations.
That's one of my big buddies, 82nd Airborne. So
guys, there's going to be a little more variety in these boxes than we've normally done. So if you buy 3, you may get, you're going to get 5, 10, you may get 13 to 14 different covers. So, you're going to get some good stuff, man. I pull all the guys, everyone that buys 2 or more, your orders are set aside and you get a little bit of special treatment. So let's just put it that way.
Well, I'm in.
Congratulations. Oh, Christina Spadafino. I didn't even notice it. I'll turn it on silent. Christina, you're awesome, by the way.
Get rid of him, Christina. No problem.
Yeah, so guys, go to the website. Again, the TRUTH4 or TRUTH4 is the code. It's been scrolling on the bottom the whole time. TRUTH4 saves you $5.
A box, right?
Yeah, per box. So if you buy 10, you're saving
$50.
$35. Like, duh, that's nuts.
50.
So anyway, you guys are great. You guys can hang out and still talk some more. I have to go pee because I've been drinking.
Oh,
I'm gonna refill my drink and I'll probably be back. But
I appreciate you spending all this time with us, Ryan. I know it's it's not super late, but I mean, you're in Ireland.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
So
no,
nice
no.
people that talk to someone on the other side of the planet or whatever, and,
Oh yeah, I know.
get some insight. Besides that, I don't know. Sean just left, so
yeah, I'll be back though in 1 minute.
All right, well, hurry.
He's right.
We're almost.
We'll have to just sit here quiet now.
Just sit
here all uncomfortable.
Sit there in total silence and stare at each other.
Yeah, we'll just sit here until he comes back. We'll just sit like this.
So let me ask you this: you do I know this is the box and we're promoting the box, but do you do your own personal commissions? If they wanted to contact you, how can they contact you? What do you do in regard to that?
I don't really do a lot of commissions at all. Really, I sell the originals and stuff of the covers, but to be honest, they're all sold. But I don't really have a lot of time for commissions. It's literally just cover work constantly over and over and over. Lots and lots and lots and lots of covers.
Can you see the chat?
And then yeah.
Can you see the chat?
I can't. I'm gonna have a wee look and see if I can bring the chat up.
They're just saying maybe take questions from the chat. Okay, so you guys, if you wanted to get questions for the chat, why don't you start asking them now? so we can get fresh questions, and we'll take a couple minutes of question answer, and then we'll finish up.
Oh, I can't
It's
find the
I'll
question.
read them to you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just waiting for someone to say something. Does Ryan mostly paint his covers? And if so, what size canvas does he paint on?
Really depends on speed, how fast I need to get them done. Sometimes they're digital. Whenever they're digital, they're fully digital. So I start from very beginning to end digitally. And whenever they're traditional, they're completely traditional, from beginning to end. And most of my paintings would be around like A3 size, it would be, what's that? But what is that? Rum?
Rum chata. Hey, you know what?
Oh, okay.
Billy?
Yeah.
You know what I love to do, man? Besides look at pictures of you in private when no one else is around.
He sent me a picture of himself in the bathtub, and they have my picture.
Oh my God.
I do. I like to do that. I like to reward people who hang out with us and put up with all of our shit. Can you see how many viewers we got? But it's been an hour and a half.
Dude, we had over 80 at one time. We're doing like question and answer session now for a couple minutes. But what were you saying?
No, let's do oh yeah, this guy's been asking forever, man. What are your mediums, Ryan? What do you use, man? How do you
acrylic paint, and what I do is sometimes, very rarely, I'll use airbrush, but only for speed a lot of the time. I'll also use, there's like, you can buy acrylic medium, and it's like a slow drying medium, and you can add that to the actual paint, the acrylic paint, and it'll slow the drying time down, so it can turn a wee bit more like oil paint. The odd time I'll use like pencils on top of the acrylic as well, if you need little lines and stuff, or like different effects or whatever,
Snizzle Poop asked you, do you have a character you have not drawn yet and you're looking forward to?
Oh man, I can answer that.
Oh, can you? Right, go answer. There's so many. To be honest, like last year was absolutely crazy, and it was my first year of working for Marvel, and I did so many characters, so many covers. I literally just went through a massive list and tried to get as many as I could, Doctor Doom, everything, it's like Hulk, Wolverine, Spider-Man, I don't know, who have I not drawn before?
Nothing. Sean, can we talk about what we were talking about? That I don't know if we can, because we're probably not even going to be doing it, but that cover you and I were talking about maybe doing with Ryan, is that even something we can talk about?
Well, yes and no. So there's something that we can talk about that the people that have been putting up with us for doing our finger pointing and also the weird shit. Oh, Ryan's
oh shit, I'm up here now.
So everyone that put up with this.
Okay, go. Do I get a prize too for putting up with it?
So yeah, all the people put up with this. Like, if you want to, let's do something effing amazing. Nobody has shown this. I'm gonna do it, Ryan. You can't.
Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna.
You're in Ireland. You can't stop me.
I'm trying to stop you. I'm reaching in.
You can't do it. Get away. Stop with your reachy Irish hands. You're always after me, Lucky Charms. Guys, those of you that put up with this for so long, I'm going to show you Ryan's cover to heavy metal.
Dude, you shouldn't.
I'm doing it.
All right.
We're doing it. Show it up. Ryan's cover to heavy metal #1. Boom. First time ever shown. I probably shouldn't even do this because DC might get mad at me. It's barely put it back. There you go. It's barely even. It got approved like by this far. It's barely been approved to DC. I have no trade just yet. This is Ryan's cover is going to be for Heavy Metal #1. It's his Batman in kick-ass, ridiculous armor of Ryan's own design variant. Holy shitballs. Boom.
Get up
There
there.
you go, guys. Look at that. Sweet. Christina says, wow. Lee says, yes. Mike Shaler says, sweet. Dan Smith, cool. Richard Held, wow. 36 Chambers Tattoo Studio, sick. Richard Held, sick. Blinks needs it. Lee Rogers, holy crap, awesome. Sick. Siak, gorgeous cover. I think I passed out. Bravo, Ryan, good sir. I needed, I wanted, sick. Those are the comments, Ryan. Guys,
Thank you.
Look at the detail. Here's why I wanted to show this. So we got Ryan on here. Ryan can talk about this ridiculous amount of detail on this. Look at just his gauntlet. You got leather holding it together. It's stitched together. He's got chainmail underneath of it. It's not connected, so it's actually functional. So he can bend his elbow, but his elbow's protected. You can face smash somebody with that elbow with a good spikes there. He's got chainmail on his back, underneath his chin. He's got chainmail over here. He's got smashed in the face a couple times, but he's still about to punch you in the face. His eye holes are freaking amazing. Oh my God! Look at this cover, guys. This cover is so sick.
See his eye.
Yeah.
See if you look at the. Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah,
it's
man.
3D. See if you see his eye. He's got like a massive dent in his face there,
Like right there.
and that's where that's like a hammer's hit there, smashed him into the face, and that's why the blood's dripping down. Under his helmet.
He took an axe or hammer to the face, right across there.
And it's dented in and hit him in the face, and he started to bleed down like this. So that trickle of blood's coming down thing. And under his arm, you can see like the blood's under his arm as well, where the mail armor sort of, something stabbed in here and things. And see that dagger he's got? That's like a medieval dagger called a rondel dagger. And it's like a spike, for sticking through like mail armor and plate armor that can stick it through, things. So I looked at lots of different types of armors and stuff, and I thought to myself, well, if he's been there for a long time and he's sticking armor together from other people's armor and whatever he can find, and he's like wrapped rope underneath that gauntlet that he's got, to make it fit his arm, and it's all made up of bits and pieces. There's like a body on the ground, and then there's like arrows and things stuck into the ground and the mist, and it's like he's turned around. I didn't want to make his eyes look like they're kind of menacing. I wanted them to look a bit like he's concerned. He's kind of thinking, shit, I've turned around and there's more people attacking me now, So from all angles in the mist, there's all these people sort of, it's a battle going on, God,
it's so good. It's just, oh man, it's ridiculous. The detail, he piecemealed it together. Now, who wants to see the variant? Yes, of course, Ryan did a virgin. So this is going to be trade dress, guys. And the minimum trade dress variant is going to be a little bit different. Ryan went above and beyond.
Yeah, dude. I love the red. How long they're asking how long it took you to do it, Ryan?
4.5, 5 days ish.
What's interesting to me, you have it all right. You're doing it digitally, right? Pretty much. And so go ahead.
No, that's traditional. No.
Oh my God.
Oh, you traditionally did this one?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't even understand how you
yeah, I'm even more blown away than I already was.
I was thinking you would like have the whole image and then you would zoom in on the head and then you would put the details and then you would zoom out, but the fact that it's all one piece and you've managed to, I feel like
nuts.
There you go.
It's the brushes.
That's nuts. So if this is an original, is the original for sale still?
No, sold.
What did a piece like that cost? 3 to 5?
More.
Well, good. I'm glad you're getting more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man, Ryan, you got to hit me up for first dibs on these originals, man. I mean, I probably can't.
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Yeah.
Holy,
a lot of my original stuff sells very, very fast.
I bet it does.
As soon as I would put it, up, I have like a mailing list or whatever, and I'll put it into the mailing list or whatever. There's like a number of people, and there's a couple of collectors that are buying, most of the stuff that I do. So usually the stuff's gone very, very fast.
It's amazing how a subtle color change can really change the flavor of the whole cover. Like, look how it goes from like kind of an orangish, tan, rusted kind of look to the red. The atmosphere in the background from even the cloud, like in the back, the red armor, just that subtle change.
So there were 2 pieces then, or just
no? Just that one was Photoshop. The alter.
The red one was photoed.
Yeah, he probably scanned that in and then just altered it in Photoshop with that. Yeah, but that'll be the minimal trade dress. Will be the red guy. So everybody's asking about prices. Normally we at Comics Elite, man, we try to price our stuff really fair. You're probably looking at anywhere from 12 to 15 for the cover A. And then the minimal trade dress, looking at 25 to $30 for the minimal trade dress. And again, ourself or authorized dealers will have it. We have a network of 21 authorized dealers who they sell our covers, no problem. They're our partners. We all work together and get it from us or from them. Now, if you get it through us, obviously Billy is going to have a Economics and Comics. They're pretty sick.
You can always use the 5 code. It doesn't matter what you buy. You can always get 5%. Ecom 5. But, I mean, every once in a while we'll throw in something special it just depends. Extra percentage or something.
Yeah, man. Just always watch Billy's channel. Always be on the email list because you never know when we're going to drop something crazy awesome like this.
Make sure to subscribe to his Facebook mailing list, guys, and or comicselitecomics.com, and then join that mailing list when it pops up.
But Christina Vader Lives says, "Wow, only 5 days, amazing, Ryan. Dark Helmet, that cover is so damn hot. Can't wait for it."
Craig asks about the mailing list. Is it like a lottery thing, or do you just like when you do?
Oh, mine.
Yeah.
No, I just basically put everybody on the list and then I send off whatever, and
highest
depends what comes back. Yeah.
Guys, original art like this, it's going to be a published DC cover from an artist like Ryan Brown. You're looking at anywhere from probably $5,000 to $10,000 for an original piece like this. It's a one of a kind. Ryan, forgive me if I've undervalued your art at all.
No, not at all. No.
That's what I would. I know a lot of art reps. I know a lot of art dealers. Something like this, I imagine it's probably 11 by 17. How big would you say this original piece was, Ryan? Well, that's American.
It's American, so it's A3. So what is A3? What would that be?
It's like between 11 by 17 and 12 by 18. It's like some weird number.
It's going to be bigger than A3 because it's kind of. I'm just trying to think.
11.6 by 16.3 inches.
Something around, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much 11 by 17. It's almost the same. A3 is almost the same. But that's a big piece. 11 by 17 is a large piece. 11 by 17 is pretty much this size of an art piece.
Yeah.
That's a 12 by 18 right there. So it's not that it's. I personally like 12 by 18 better, but your A3 is like I think I have a Zoo Orzo over there. It's an A3. You can't see it, but it's kind of hard to fit in certain. They're different numbering system, European or whatever, however you want to.
yeah.
Compared to our normal 11 by 17 or 12 by 18. So you have to like get custom fit mats in America for these pieces, but they're still on average about like those sizes. They're close.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, the
Yeah,
code econ for Joker. Yeah, Johnny. Billy just posted it. If you want the code for a Joker cover, Econ 5 is the code. Econ 5 will work. Christina, thank you. Christina, been a very loyal, fantastic customer of ours for a long time. She's great. She buys live sales from the website. Love it. It's Kelly C. We have Fire Yanks on the Facebook page. Friday is Yank night. Vicky shows up and she'll give you a good yank for a certain amount.
Because great yank.
Oh,
Man, there's so much stuff. Like, I really, we enjoy working with. I enjoy working with Billy. I give him a lot of shit, but I consider him a friend. He is one of the most honest comic book guys on Facebook.
And YouTube.
He tells you the truth, man. He tells you the truth. Even if you don't want to hear it, he tells you the truth. And let's be straight here. Billy really he did. He shook up the industry a lot by doing his video about CBCS versus CGC. Billy, I know you got some shit for that, but it needed to be done. Like, the truth needed to be shown. 3 different Ryan, what he did was, it took you how long? 9 months, almost a year to make that video. He took He took 3 different comic books and he sent them into PGX, CGC, and one book. And he graded the shit out of it. And then he sent it into 3 different graders. And it would come back from a grader. He would crack it open, send it to another grader, verify the grade, make sure nothing changed on the book drastically, send it back in. And that video really shook up a lot of people, man. And people talk about it today.
A lot of people, look, there's different types of people. There's people that know, and there's people that think they know.
Yeah.
And, people do what they're told, and people that question and know. So I was trying to share that video there. When look, this is how really confusing it actually is, and the truth of the matter is things are being graded differently than we think and all that. Besides that, it was just a fun video to make. But I appreciate that you said that, Sean. But it's
you owe me $10. You said if I said good stuff about you, give me $10 every time, right? Let's get Eric Davis. Super excited to the future of all this. Everyone coming together for the greater good of all this love we have for art and comics. Absolutely, Eric Davis.
That's what we're trying to do right now.
Yeah.
With between Comics Elite, we're trying to bring you goofballs like this guy right here.
I love seeing Eric, Ace, Christina, Lewis Livitz. I'm sorry if I missed your name, but I love seeing guys that have been buying from me before we were what's known as Comics Elite now, when I was just Sean out of his living room selling comics. And some of you guys have been with us for a long time, buying for a very long time. And this is what happens when, you continue to look for new ideas, you make partnerships, good people. I love to work with good people. Billy maybe isn't that great. I'm just kidding. Billy's a great person.
No.
I love working with Billy. Ryan is fantastic. I consider Ryan a very good friend of mine. Again, don't tell him either, but man, good people tend to kind of, flock together. I don't work with some people I used to work with. I'm not going to say anything specific, but you can read between the lines. I don't say anything bad about them in public, but I just choose not to do business with those guys anymore. Covers with the Ryan's been fantastic. Working with Billy's been fantastic. And you guys in the comments over here, you guys are what make this happen, man. Snizzle, 2,000 elite points. Snizzle, I'm about to implement another level of points for our reward system. I'm going to add another level, man. Yeah.
I have 8,000 points. I have never used it yet.
Oh, hold on. Let me delete those points.
By the way, I really want some Ryan Brown boxes. I know I can't get in the contest, but dude, this is a killer for me. And yes, people, I can't buy him, but he is sending me the books. Ryan Brown has major ADHD. Thank you so much, Craig69. I love you.
Hey, so who asked about that real quick? Progress. Joel Gone with the Twins. Do you take photos of the progression of the covers, Mr. Brown? I'd love to see a black and white or sketch. So Ryan is working on he made a video of a time lapse, if I'm not mistaken, of a cover that he did, showing it from. I got to tell you, I am blown away. He takes a blob of shit and turns it into a cover. Yeah, can you see that?
Oh my God. I'm going to tell you right now, Ryan, my friend Joel Massey, the one that asked you that question, will buy that from you immediately.
It's gone years ago.
He's not selling his iPad.
He's the ultimate collector of Alien. He has all the Alien sideshows. Oh man, dude. That's sweet. Look at how detailed that is. How do you make it look so much like Sean? It's amazing.
That's a self-portrait of Ryan. He did.
I hit you.
That's it. Yes. I try to make myself better looking, But
guys, this rum chata and Monster is actually pretty good. I didn't think it'd be good. It's fucking good.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I know rum chata and Monster is great, isn't it, Billy?
You're a chata.
Like
that looks weird like that.
Looks like an alien.
Yeah.
You're freaking me out. Oh, that's better.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I've got like step-by-steps on my Facebook and stuff. You can kind of look there, it gives you a bit of an idea of my process and stuff, and
you're Ryan Brown Art on Instagram, right? So
I am indeed, yes.
Thanks,
Facebook
Lee.
is full, so it's kind of I can't accept any more friend requests and stuff. But
Eric, use those $10 discount codes, Eric. You need to use them.
Oh, that's cool. Step by step.
Yeah, little step by step of how to draw the Joker.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That was your profile picture for a long time, that Joker cover.
It was indeed, yeah. I do like the Joker, it's kind of, I like the personality, a bit of insanity and kind of, not going with the status quo sort of thing,
I'm going to have to get an original from you because I've been I've gotten surrounded by Joker originals. I need to get another one. Oh, get to the chopper.
Oh,
yeah. Like a process thing.
Just
get
rendering and rendering.
Get down. It's a truth box.
Right.
What is that for?
That was just a sketch. I don't know.
Just Joel, just type in Ryan Brown Art. I think you could probably.
That's me in a tree. That's me in a tree reading one of my covers, my creepy comics, with a corn cob pipe.
Oh,
the corn cob pipe there. So.
All you need is a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. All right, guys. So 107 truth boxes of Ryan Browns have been sold so far.
Stolen.
So congrats, guys! All you who are getting one. You give again 3 trade dress, 2 virgins, and an art print, a mini print. It's basically
all Ryan Brown.
Yeah, imagine going and some of these. So I'll tell you guys something. So the Silver Surfer that Ryan did, we showed it. Let me see if I can pull it up again. We showed the Silver Surfer that Ryan did. The virgin cover of that.
He's got it.
The virgin, there he is. The virgin cover of that Ryan has in his hand was limited to only 500.
Wow.
Only 500 with individually numbered certificates of authenticity. There's only 50 left. We only have 50 left. I just told my team, make all 50 of them and put them in the boxes. So the rest of these virgin covers limited to 50 with COAs are going to be in the boxes. That's it. So I'm just saying, you're going to get cool shit like that.
Well, we've been live for almost 2 hours. That's way longer than
way too long to be on with you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm fine with Ryan, but Sean,
I got to keep drinking just Keep looking at Billy.
I couldn't hear anything you were saying at all the whole night. So I've just put my earphones in so I can hear you.
Well,
Did I miss
anyway,
anything?
I think we should go. We should probably go. So you guys know what to do. Thanks again, Ryan, for coming and staying for that long. And maybe we'll get you on when we do the prizes on Thursday, just to have a little fun. You can see how that works.
Yeah, thanks,
good.
man. Again, I love all the comments, guys. You guys are so kind. You know, you guys are amazing. Snizzle Pop was already a fan of Ryan's art, now an even bigger one after this interview.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Thank you, Snizzle Pop.
I call him Snizzle Pop.
Ryan, did you ever think you'd say that phrase in your life? Thank you, Snizzle Pop.
I said every morning. Thank you, Snizzle Pop.
I'm gonna make that my new pet name for Kim, my wife. I'm gonna call her Snizzle Pop. She'll be like, what'd you just fucking call me?
That's Snizzle Pop, yeah. That's a brilliant word, isn't it?
Ryan, what's that movie you said everybody needs to watch?
Oh yes. The Lighthouse. The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to watch. It's the new version with the guy that's Batman. You know, that's going to be Batman. What's the guy's name?
The glowing vampire.
He's done so many more movies besides that. I would see him as a shiny vampire. He's done so many.
The shiny
Dude,
vampire.
if you watch some movies with him in it, you'd be like, "That's him." He's
shiny Batman, dude.
He's a good actor, man.
You need to watch this film.
Remember in 1989 when they said Michael Keaton couldn't be a good Batman because he was
said that? Who said that?
Everybody said that.
Bullshit.
Everybody was like,
we all went.
It's a fight.
My grandma went with me, dude. I took my grandma.
How old are you? How old are you?
44.
Well, we're almost the same age.
That's what I'm saying. Dude,
when everybody said Mr. Mom is going to be Batman, they were outraged because Michael Keaton just did Mr. Mom. They were so pissed.
You don't know, dude. You were 12.
What the fuck you? I was 2 years older than you. You were 10.
You were 14.
Everybody was freaked out. And you're doing the same thing saying that whatever the fuck his name was, shiny vampire guy is going to be a shiny Batman.
I'll do it.
What's his name? What's his name?
That's the point. What's his name?
Somebody's going to type it in the comments. Lewis Ribbits, you're a film instructor. Come on, man. Tell us. Oh, Patterson.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. Fucking
Defoe?
Robert Patterson.
What's Defoe playing?
Huh? Defoe? I don't know.
He said William
Defoe. Yes.
Yeah, Robert
he is what he called.
He's who?
He is. Oh my God.
Is he the Penguin?
He's William Defoe. No, yes sir. No, he's the what he called. No, he's in what he called in the lighthouse. He's in the lighthouse.
Oh,
the
okay.
No way.
Oh, I like William Defoe.
It's the best film ever. I need to show you this. I'm going to check it up on the internet here, on the internet.
I'm just giving Sean a hard time about the Batman thing. I'm getting corrected in the chat.
Yeah.
No.
You ding dong. Robert Patterson was in all kinds of shit.
I know, but dude, I don't know. Okay, he's got a big jawline, but he's not a big guy. He's not a.
Neither was Hugh Jackman before he took Wolverine role and he got all fucking buff and shit. Hugh Jackman was in the most. He was on singing parts and singing roles and shit. He took all these feminine roles.
Did anyone argue
Wolverine? Well, the only Wolverine.
Did anyone argue he wouldn't be a good Wolverine? I don't remember anyone saying that.
Who? No, if you judge someone based on their roles, look at Hugh Jackman taking all these singing roles and letting
I'm not basing on his role. I'm basing on what he looks like.
He looks like he could be an epic Batman because he did so many other roles. Yeah, Defoe and Patterson are in the lighthouse. Joe with Gone with the Comics says that. Yeah, there he is. There's Defoe right there.
Well, that Patterson looks better in that one. I could see him as being a.
Yeah, see, there's Patterson. Look, he doesn't look like a shiny vampire there.
He's more like a Bruce Wayne's dad.
He's diverse. He can diversify himself.
I am telling you, you need to watch this film. Right? You need to watch it.
I'm excited for that.
The music is brilliant. and it's just insane. It's insane. Do you know what it's about? It's basically about, you know, people going stir crazy, you know, with
Like,
cabin fever, you know, cabin fever, so, which is perfect for all of us now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all stuck in our houses. We've got
Yeah.
some drinks and stuff, and
Yeah.
it is, you will die of joy watching this film. It is the best thing ever.
I
Just
will
watch
die
it.
of joy. That sounds like a good threat. I will die of
Yeah.
joy. I want to die of joy.
That sounds like having sex with deceased 5 Wonder Woman.
Daniel Asher
Well,
says Lighthouse is great, not for dumb people. So it's a deeper movie, huh?
mhm. It is good. It is good.
See,
You need to watch it tonight.
Steven Snizzlepop said, Billy, watch Lighthouse in good time. You will believe Robert can pull it off.
I will watch it.
Just like you do every night, Billy, you pull it off.
Yeah, to your picture.
I told Billy the other day, I was like, he called me, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I got a picture of you above my bathtub and I'm taking
Oh my God.
This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm
You
doing.
have disturbed me. You have disturbed me.
I was
I'm
like,
gonna have
my wife's
nightmares.
coming, I got to take the picture down. I replaced your picture, Ryan, with his. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm cheating on you, Ryan, with Billy. I replaced your picture with his.
What?
Hey, you look like your Batman picture. You look like the Spider-Man. He was great in good time. Keaton was the best Batman. He was great.
All right.
Guys, hey, we were talking, huh?
It's almost 2 hours. We're
Yeah,
done.
2 hours. I was just gonna say, Ryan, man, Billy, I know you're the host, but let me just throw real quick out there. Ryan, thank you for your hard work, you putting up with my request for you as an artist, you flying out from Ireland for conventions, for continuing to doing great covers for us here at Comics Elite. We're proud to have you part of the Comics Elite family. We're very proud to have your exclusive covers. We love the work you've done with us, and we look forward to doing so much more, man. Please stay safe out there in Ireland.
Oh yeah. Used to.
Drink your ass off, please, and stay safe and keep making beautiful covers for us. And thanks for your time tonight. I know it's late as shit there. It's 7, 8,
No
9,
problem.
12,
No problem.
midnight there, your time. Thank your wife for allowing us to
God,
stay
she's not
away
here.
from her, or maybe she should thank us for keeping you busy for 2 hours in the quarantine. So thanks a lot, Ryan, man. Again, we appreciate it. We look forward to many more covers.
There will be plenty more.
Or Heavy Metal #2 will be coming.
Oh yeah.
That'll be your next one, bro. We're excited.
Oh,
we showed 2 covers never shown before tonight from Ryan. Unkillables 3, and I wasn't planning on it, but since you guys are so awesome, we dropped the Heavy Metal #1 regular and Virgin variant. None of those are for sale now. Quick recap: if you need the Batman cover on the couch, that's not going to be in the boxes because it's not even out yet. Please go to the website and buy it. Only way you're going to get that cover from us, guys. We have a 2-cover bundle on there for a discount. Only way you're going to get that is from getting it from there. Billy, bring us on home, brother. It's all you, bro.
Thanks again to everybody in the chat. You guys, we started off with 45 and in minutes we're at 80, and we've got a consistent 60 plus people in here. You guys are awesome. This is why I do this channel, because of you guys. My fans, whether you're a fan or not, my subs are the best. The sickos are by far the best out there. Right. Whenever I start talking, dude, Ryan, full on ADHD. I have that sleepy voice or whatever. I feel sick. You want me to go sick, Debbie? Okay.
Is that your carbon?
There's a mix. There is a little Carmen in there. Don't give away my secret. So I appreciate. I'm gonna take us out, guys. Stay with me for a second, you two. But I'm gonna end this show. And thank you so much. Get your box or don't get your box. It doesn't matter. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit from a master and a novice, Sean. And
thanks, everybody. Thank you.
I'm gonna pick Ryan's nose.
All right,
hold on.
I'm doing the. That's pretty.
Oh
good.
No, you're going too far.
You get the corona test. All right, you guys. We'll see you later. Thank you so much.
Peace out, guys. Love you.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. I always tell the truth, even when I lie.